Women say they want the truth, but they never want full disclosure.
Yeah, for sure.
Advise men to date younger women with less trauma and baggage then?
Oh my God. Oh God. No, they gotta deal with the women that they've traumatized. Date your age.
Younger women do not have less baggage and trauma or anything else. Younger women don't have a lot of life experience, obviously, because they're younger. Having been, you know what, I can talk about 20-year-old girls because I've been a 20-year-old girl. And if you are on the same emotional plane as a 20-year-old girl, that says a lot about you if that's who you are dating, and I don't suggest it.
So the older you are, the more jaded you are, basically.
Pretty much, because you've been through it all, and then every time you go through a breakup and go through that, you get bitter and bitter. Your guards are up all the way.
So what do you guys think about this paradigm? Older men saying, I like to date younger women in part because they haven't had their hearts broken as much and they don't come into it with so much trauma. Go ahead.
The streets are crazy. I've got my heart broken plenty of times by some crazy ass like situations like y'all wouldn't even believe this. So I've been bitter. I'm ready for a man to take care of me, but again, I have to be attracted to him. He has to have all the stuff y'all like promote.
Tristan's
I believe
right
in
here.
that.
He's
Yeah.
just sitting right here. I don't know why do you just look at him
Look
in
at
the
that
face.
chain, man. Look
Why
at
don't
that
you just
chain.
yes.
Make
just
eye
stare at it. Look
contact.
at it. Just look at
I
it.
gotta get a chain.
Yes.
Okay, assert my dominance. Hey,
Okay.
let's go.
Assert my dominance. Beautiful.
See, what happens for most women is when they get to be about, like he was talking about, like 29, 30, 31 years old, the priorities change. There's like a list of prerequisites for men. When you're 18, 19, 20, 18 through 28, somewhere in the hoe phase, let's just say, you're looking for the guy who is the more exciting guy, the bad boy, the drummer in the band. You're looking for the guy who's the emotional roller coaster, right? And then once you get to a point where you're getting a little bit older and you're less able to sort of compete on the same level as you used to be able to, like when you were 23, that's when those priorities change. So now the bad boy you still want a hot guy. You still want a guy who's fun and has, an excitement level there. But then the long-term security kicks in, and that's when it's like, okay, if I'm getting any younger, I need a guy who's gonna, wants kids, who wants to go for the long haul, who has provision, protection, parental investment, and the priorities change at that point. I think that's a little bit what Owen was getting into right there. Is that at some point, that's why I asked you how old you were, because usually it's usually the guy who's like the fun, exciting, The
trick is tell your partner, hey, tell me the truth. I won't judge you. And then as soon as they tell you the truth, then break up with them and leave. Is that the trick? Is that what you do?
That's probably what happened. This is why I'd like not so safe. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm like, it's not too safe. Like most guys will not tell the truth.
Women say they want the truth, but they never want full disclosure.
Yeah, for sure.
Transparency over honesty. That's again, like, I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest, and I'm coming at a place of love. Not every girl is willing to give to get, and I feel like Vegas is such a give to get where, like, if I'm coming to you business-wise, I want you to lead me. I want to have a man take the role where I could lead. Where
So are we talking business or are we talking love? Transitioned really fast into that
when
one.
I'm talking about, regardless, when you're talking about hand-in-hand business and relationship, why wouldn't I want my man to take the lead, be the front runner? Why would I want him to be the front chain, or like the train, and I be the caboose? What is the issue with that? What is like meeting
this
like
is
half
this
and
is
half?
more about
Like, you
like
get what I'm
ultimate
saying?
honesty,
Like,
and the reality is, like, if you are completely honest with a woman, you guys should. Does any of you guys have like a super male friend, like a guy who's just been with okay, and you listen,
he was here a little while ago,
and they'll have a conversation with you, and you're like, oh, this is what it's really like. Or if you guys work at a strip club, you also see the same thing.
Yeah.
If you work at a strip club, you start to understand it's like, oh, men just want endless variety, like it doesn't stop. And even the guys who keep saying that they don't want the variety, even they're lying. Like you start to come to the realization that like the incredible bandwidth. Like I read some insane percentage of the internet is just pornography. Like that's all it is.
Can I say something though? I don't know who's watching this, so I'm not gonna say too much. But I know men that are married with kids and have a life and family reunions and everything, and are the best husband that you could possibly think of, ideally. But they cheat on their wives all the time because men and not even just men, just humans in general. Like we have this thing where we want to just keep exploring, and I just think that like you have this attraction is there, and it's like we don't own each other. So if I pick you to be my person and you're my person, that doesn't have to mean that now you no longer get to explore life and like try and do other people. Like
Whenever I get married, they are not allowed to explore.
well,
like,
with consent, of course, right?
Yeah,
like,
but
we could
we're
do it
talking
together.
about guys,
Like
cheating,
I like
obviously
girls.
they're not
Oh,
like,
like,
what are we
Jocelyn,
doing?
did you want to say
Sorry,
something?
Jocelyn.
I think that just separates what a high value man is and what a low value man. If you give in to all of your like
Temptations?
yes, temptations, then you aren't a high value man.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of good dudes
I
are
hear
worth
you on
like a
that
couple
one.
$100 million
I
who
do
cheat
hear
on their
you.
wives, and I think most people would still. The thing is, if you were to say that they're not a high value, again, it's not good to cheat. I'm not condoning cheating. What I am saying though is men can cheat and be complete and total bags and still have a company on the S&P 500. They can still own a football team.
But how do
They
they
can still
feel?
have
But I
a
think
line of
there's a
hundreds of women trying to sleep with them,
cheating
even if they
and
cheat.
being
Okay, so it's
open.
I think saying value, someone's value, you can say he's a low moral man. But to
Yes,
say that
yes.
he's low, like again, the S&P 500 does not get to determine its own value. It's based on. I remember again, I'm friends with Bilzerian, and I hear women all the time say he's trash. I would never. He's such a low value dude. And then I go to his house, and there's a line of girls like. With him. So I can tell you unequivocally that there are women who value him. And so because of that, your definition of what's high value or low value, it's not really true. Like it's a free market economy.
yeah.
But you could say morality, you could say morality, that definitely could be the case.
Don't pick a man that's like got a whole bunch of money and got hella bitch mad options and they just like whatever, like, and you're not open at all, like you're gonna get your heart broken.
Yeah.
Because this person has so
You know
many
what you
things.
signed up for.
You have to know what you're signing up for.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Myron. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that
I agree with you, obviously.
If you want a normal
It's just usually it's
lifestyle,
Myron who's saying this.
Your brother slapped my ass on a camping trip while you were chopping wood.
I lied about you having bad breath just to humble you. You conceded.
Your dick is the smallest I've had.
I got a happy ending in Vegas for Steve's bachelor party, and I think about it when we have sex.
When we were on our break, I got back together with my ex and we filmed content, and I'm still making money off of it. Don't judge.
They should just break up at this point because that was horrible.
That is deep truth. And the fact that they could even sit there and have that, even do that and hold space is intense. Everybody's full of shit. Like relationships are all full of shit. There's all the stuff that you're thinking in your head, and there's all the stuff you've done, and all the stuff you're currently doing, and you don't want to talk about it.
Is it worse that she cheated or that she has a secret OnlyFans? Which one is worse?
I don't know if there's so much as worse. These two are like dumping truth, and sometimes the problem with dumping truth is like in any direction. If I'm willing to dump truth, we're hanging out, I'm dumping truth, I'm telling truth to my wife, it comes back to me. So it's like being able to give truth, be in truth, you better be ready to receive truth. And most people are not ready to receive it, so they don't give it, or they think it only goes one way. I don't know, I was kind of impressed. I was like, holy